Started the year off at quarterback, and they moved him to running back, and that has had a great amount of success for Franklin.
Yeah, it definitely gives the Rebels a better running game and lets Josh Nichols, the quarterback, they at least have a chance to throw the ball downfield with him.
Nichols looks to throw the ball downfield. This time he's got his man. That is number 19, Christian Clemente.
Christian Clemente is complete.
So Clemente picks up the big first down on this opening drive. There you see the offensive starters for the Rebels. There's Josh Nichols at quarterback, Guy Lipscomb is running back. Clemente, the wide receiver, just made that catch. Lanik, Rapace, Willow, Jones, Amsler, Schwartz, Burgess, and Anderson round out the offensive front. Rebels now in business at the 43-yard line. Nichols again, this time to Lipscomb up the gut. Lipscomb cuts to his left, got a little green, and another big first down into Centennial territory as he is beyond the 40-yard line. But we have a flag on the play.
Yeah.
We'll check that. And that is in the area of holding, so bring it all back.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to dissect both of these teams, the game on the ground is going to be the key. The 5 guys up front going to be the big difference here. Who can establish the run first? Who can build momentum off that? Every once in a while, throw a pass to keep the defensive honest. And the Rebels had a chance right there, but unfortunately, somebody got caught.
So the big gain by Guy Lipscomb has been negated, drops Franklin back to the 38-yard line.
First down.
Repeat the first down, but they've got a ways to go now.
And Franklin could exactly run the same play right here. Guy Lipscomb has that ability to get 15, 16 yards per rush.
Well, they stack that left side. Lipscomb again will follow his blockers, and this time maybe a couple beyond the 40-yard line to about the 42.
Number 2, Guy Lipscomb again on the carry.
Well, we talk about the importance of the offensive line play for both teams, but it's going to be the 7 in the box on defense that's going to have to create long down and distance for both offenses that are maybe not as comfortable throwing the ball as some other teams in the region.
So 2nd and 12 now for the Rebs. Receivers left and right, but this time Nichols will take it himself and maybe get up close to the 45-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 2 brings up 3rd down. There you see the Centennial defensive starters. Alexander Johnson and Trevor Anderson. Christian Bledsoe, the defensive lineman, linebackers. Steele, Gorday, Weir, and Dangler. Your backs, Forsey, Nelson, Cornett, and Tucker Tremaine at the safety position.
So uncomfortable spot here for Franklin, 3rd and a long 9.
So Nichols again, this time swings it out to Lipscomb, and here comes a host of gray shirts. Lipscomb's up to the 50-yard line, about 4 yards shy of the first.
Well, it's going to be a 4th down and 3. It looks like Coach Donnie Webb's going to bring out the punting unit. Have probably one of the better kickers in the region, and Ian Burr, number 16. And he's a guy that can flip the field and pin an offense deep to start a series. So we'll see if they can get it done right here for the Rebels.
So Kevin Townsend set to receive. He stands back with his heels almost at the 10-yard line. Burr puts it up high, nice kick, and this one will bounce short of the receiver and die right at the 15-yard line. So the Cougars taking over 1st and 10 for their first offensive series.
And there was a late flag that came out on the side of Centennial, so we'll see what the we got a sideline warning on Centennial, so no harm, no foul. A concerning loss of yardage there for either team.
1st and 10 for the Rebels.
So your coaches tonight, Coach Webb for Franklin and his former player, Matt Kreisky, who now leads the Centennial Cougars in his 4th season. From the 16-yard line here, the Cougars bobbled snap,
Yeah.
and I believe we may have had a
No, there's no penalty. The quarterback, when he received the ball, he went down on a knee, and that
killed
high
the play.
school. That's right, that kills the play.
So there you see Coach Webb.
And you talked about him coaching Coach Kreisky. What school was that at? That's the question. I got you. I don't know.
You did got me.
I don't know.
So the miscue on the snap puts the ball back at the 10-yard line. This time breaking out to about the 15. Couldn't tell exactly who the runner is. It's number 2.
Smith.
Desmond Smith. Thank you very much.
Young man was
Coach Brees.
He was injured last week, or did not play in the loss to Shelbyville, and so a welcome sight for the Cougars and the faithful here at Centennial.
So Cannon Plowman, your quarterback for the Cougars, and a gain of a couple of yards brings up 3rd down and 12. Plowman again back to pass, got his man. I believe that's Smith again, bounces off one tackler. Nope, call it number 8, can't see. Camden Brock. Up to the 20-yard line, but well short of the first down, and the Cougars will have to kick it away. Take a look at Coach Kreisky, like we said, in his 4th campaign with the Centennial Cougars.
Coach Kreisky, I believe, is 2-1 in this Battle of Franklin series.
Back to kick for the Rebels.
Kind of has the upper hand so far against the Rebels.
So the Rebs set to receive the punt, and this one will die in Centennial territory, but take a Centennial bounce up to about the 47-yard line, where the Rebs take over again, 1st and 10.
So great field position, starting field position for the Rebels. We'll see if they can get something going here as their drive kind of stalled out due to the penalty on the first offensive series.
So here are the Rebs. Nichols again out to pass. He's got his receiver, that's number 22, Mitch Lanick. And Lanick has dropped at the 45-yard line, a pickup of maybe 2 yards.
Pass complete.
Yeah, Coach Webb and the offensive staff for Franklin doing a nice job just getting Josh Nichols what I would call a high percentage throws just to be able to see if they could get something yards after catch there. And Centennial's defense did a nice job right there sniffing that out.
So the short gain brings up 2nd down and 8, 6:40 to go here in the opening quarter of this Battle of Franklin. Nichols again on the rollout. It's got Lipscomb, and he is decked. I think he ran into the back of his own man.
I think so. I think you're right as well.
Makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's like the Tim Tebow butt fumble. He ran into.
I think it was Mark Sanchez.
Was it Mark Sanchez?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Tim Tebow fans, man, there's everywhere.
You correct me.
I apologize.
You correct me. I'll correct you.
There we go.
We'll get it all straight.
We'll call it even.
So a loss of a couple on the play brings up 3rd down and 10. Both teams kind of anemic on offense. Lipscomb had the nice run that was negated Franklin's first series, and now Nichols in trouble, and it just able to squeak out a couple of yards as he's able to dance away from pressure, but still way short of the first down. Brings up 4th down, and the Rebels will have to kick it away. With Burr now, this is a prime opportunity to pin Centennial deep.
Now, I will say, Ian Burr, I mean, you talk about playoff implications. Donnie Webb pulling out all the stops. Ian Burr has the capability of throwing the ball. I think he started out as a JV quarterback when he came up.
So Townsville again set to receive, lets it fall short, and that takes a bit of a Franklin roll and will die right at the 10-yard line where Centennial will take over for their 2nd offensive series.
The punt rolls dead. Inside the
Battle of Franklin started in 1997,
97, okay.
some 22 years ago, 1 year after the construction of Centennial High School. The Rebels ran off 15 years of victories,
That's quite a streak.
but
But
hasn't been quite that way over the last, since 2012.
4-3. Centennial leads.
So Centennial 4-3 over the last 7 years.
Franklin won last year 28-14.
Franklin finally got off the snide last year.
Uh-oh.
I believe this is Townsell again.
No.
Nope, this is Desmond Smith.
You know, in my expertise of not being able to read numbers, when in doubt, call Desmond Smith. You got a pretty good shot of.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
32, Sadler Deming. Second down 5.
Take another look
Yeah,
at Smith here.
And Desmond Smith, I mean, just the capabilities that trying to extend the play, make something happen, and give Franklin credit to containing here, and we'll see Sadler Deming coming up and finishing.
So second down and 6. Again, I believe this is Desmond Smith, runs into a pile of people there close to the 20-yard line.
Desmond Smith.
Maybe a pickup of 5 yards.
He's tackled by number 32, Sadler Deming. Third and short for the Cougars.
So the Cougars have to get just beyond the 20-yard line for a first down. As again, Plowman sets his troops. This time again, the give to Smith. Finds a little bit of daylight on that right side.
He's got the edge.
And a little bit more, and finally dragged down. Had a lot of daylight ahead of him, but not before the Franklin defender able to take him down at the 35-yard line, but still picks up the big first down to get into some.
Yeah, this time had the guard pulling around. Big hit on the linebacker, Deming. And the rest of it right here as he catches the edge. Smith goes for the long first down and brought down by the safety, Elijah Johnson, number 10 right there.
So big first down.
What was that, Desmond Smith, three carries in a row?
I think so. Plowman again, this time again inside.
Woo-hoo.
And
That is
plenty
not
of
Desmond.
daylight.
No Desmond Smith. 21. Alexander Steele, maybe? 21? Yes, sir.
So Alexander Steele.
The two-way player, 6'3", 235. Dancing.
So Steele takes
Hey, ooh, the
big
big stiff arm. Oh,
goodness
my.
gracious. And puts his head down and runs straight.
And that guy, smart young man, he says, you know what? Big gain. I'm going to step right out of bounds.
So into Rebel territory are the Cougars. They set it up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I think Steele normally is a linebacker and a big contributor on defense. So, and Franklin really kind of concerned, going to call a timeout right here after the big run.
So the Rebels will try to figure things out here as Coach Webb and crew call timeout.
Yeah, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. I mean, it's gone by pretty fast, Michael Williams.
There you see the Doctor of Defense, Donnie Webb, calling his troops up. And there, Coach Kreisky in among his crew. Cougars even 3-3 on the year. Hard to believe we only have 3 games left after tonight.
3-3. That's 6 games. We're in week 7, and I'm still wearing shorts and a short sleeve shirt. So
it feels magnificent tonight.
Yes. I
we
mean,
deserve it after the.
If there's a nighttime golf area somewhere, let me find it, because
after the heat wave and drought we've been suffering over the past several weeks, this is heaven up here tonight. So 3 minutes exactly to go here in the first quarter. No score, but the Cougars in prime position now at the Rebel 35-yard line.
Oh my!
Inside give.
Yeah.
Picks up maybe a yard or so.
John Kirkpatrick, 42 on the tackle right there. But yeah, Desmond Smith back in the game.
Smith, I believe, the transfer, if I'm not mistaken. I think he came down maybe from Murfreesboro this year. Have to check my information on that, but I think this is Smith's. I think he's a senior this year, and he'll be
senior.
First and only year at Centennial High School. So second down and 8, second down and 9, they'll call
the
it.
ball came loose. Oh, my.
Ball pops free, and
Wow.
I believe it rolled out of bounds.
Well, actually, the lineman, 53, Trevor Anderson. Watch the ball pop up. Anderson's trailing on the play. The big hit by Kemp.
Hit the football.
Yeah, Anderson
and Anderson
there.
able to pluck it out of the air.
This guy needs to be the kickoff return guy. The cradles that ball.
So after a couple of big runs, Centennial kind of stalling out right here at the Franklin 39-yard line.
Alexander Steele in motion.
This time Plowman across the middle, got his man, and dragged down at the 5-yard line. Cannon Plowman. Cannon Plowman, number 7.
Yeah, Marcel, the quarterback, just on a dime as everybody went towards Steele, 21. And Marcel hits Plowman on the run. Almost outruns everybody. Cooper grills the corner. And
now once again, here's Townsend, and in the end zone.
Steele. Alexander Steele.
Was that 21 again?
Absolutely.
Give it to him. Go right ahead.
All right, 5 yards away. Give it to the 235-pound truck.
Might as well. So Steele slams over from 5 yards out and puts Centennial on top. 1:52 remaining in the first quarter, and the Cougars able to strike first.
Number 10, Johnny Crouch on the kick.
And Crouch nails the PAT, and the Cougars take the 7-0 lead here in this big Battle of Franklin. Take a look at it again.
Yeah, that's Steele just taking names and running
Woohoo!
over. Well, yeah, we're going to back that up. Absolutely. Lance in the truck. Great job. Let's see what we got here. Hello, my name is Alexander Steele.
Well,
Elijah Johnson tried, but at 150, that's just a different story.
well, when you leave defenders on their backside and you're standing in the end zone, you know you've done something pretty good. So Alexander Steele kind of having a bit of a breakout performance here tonight. Haven't called his name a whole lot this year when we've called Centennial games, but a nice big run on that offensive series and nailed the touchdown right there as the Cougars kick it away. This one will fly through the end zone. And the Rebs take over 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line.
The back of the end zone. The 1st and 10 for Franklin.
Hey, Cougar Nation, this is cheerleader Peyton Reed. Our kickoff sponsor this season is
Well, 7-0 Franklin, a minute 52, 1:52 left in the first quarter. Josh Nichols, Guy Lipscomb needing to answer right here. And they don't need to go in panic mode yet. Plenty of football left to play.
So the Rebs set up from their own 20-yard line, looking to answer the quick touchdown there by Centennial. Nichols out to his receiver, number 19, up to the 35.
Christian Clemente.
There's Clemente again. He had a big catch in the first offensive series for Franklin.
Takes it out to the 36-yard line.
So Franklin out of the woods here at the 36.
Yeah, you see again, just another short throw, high percentage throw by Nichols. Clemente doing the rest of the work. First down, Rebels.
So pickup of 16 on the play. 1st and 10. Nichols again to Clemente. finds that left side, finding some daylight, and streaking down the left sideline before finally being run out of bounds. But into Centennial territory.
Absolutely. Tremendous job up front by the offensive lineman. 50 right there, getting a good push, as well as 74. And you see Clemente doing the rest. Miles Burgess, Fisher Anderson. The big guys up front giving Clemente a little more space.
So Franklin, first and 10 from the Centennial 43. And making his way out for about 4 yards on the play. That's Guy Lipscomb again. Kind of the workhorse at running back for the Rebels. Lipscomb, the senior. Guy Lipscomb, baseball scholarship to Belmont.
Yeah. They just don't hand those out either, so he's a player.
So 45 seconds to go here in the first, and the Rebs looking to answer Centennial's touchdown.
All right.
Nichols back to pass. This time got his man. Again, I believe. Clemente again. Up to the 25-yard line. And that'll be enough for the first down. Yeah, baseball scholarships are broken up. They're not full rides. You get a percentage. And from my understanding, Guy has a rather large percentage coming his way, which tells you what kind of baseball player he is. So this will likely be the last play of the first quarter. Rebels in business at the Centennial 25-yard line. Nichols rolling left, finds his man, and that one, by the reaction of the crowd, looks complete, and it is complete.
Josh Nichols pass to number 3.
Carson repass on the reception.
Sets the Rebels up at the 13-yard line, and that, again, as the clock winds down, will be the end of the first quarter. So we'll flip the sides of the field, Paul Brees, and now the Rebels in business.
Yeah, answering very quickly are the Rebels that done it multiple ways. Clemente on a pass and a run. We'll see Nichols rolling left, throwing with his right arm. Tough throw, repass, lays out for it. Into triple coverage, basically.
and catches that right before he's able to slide out of bounds.
So, nice job by Josh Nichols, the quarterback.
Take a little break before they switch the other ends of the field.
So we talk about, if Centennial pulls this out, they have 2 region wins. Franklin at 0 with 1 game remaining in the region, and that's kind of outside looking in kind of scenario. Centennial, on the other hand, if Franklin wins, Centennial has 1 win. The Rebels have 1 win, but the Rebels still have Dixon remaining in the region, and Dixon is what I would call a good homecoming opponent.
Right.
So I would say advantage Rebels right here if they win this game. So both teams have very difficult non-region schedules coming up. Franklin, I apologize, Brentwood. Franklin does have Brentwood there in the region, obviously, but they also have Nolensville. It was a very difficult non-region opponent.
So we start the second quarter. This time, Guy Lipscomb once again gets it up to about the 10-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 3 yards.
So,
hope you're joining us tonight on our live stream via Facebook or YouTube. This is the first of 3 more times we'll see the Rebels this year.
We got some more?
Got some more Franklin games this year.
All right.
Of course, the big battle with crosstown rival Brentwood coming up here in a couple of weeks.
That's right, fall break next week.
Fall break next week, and we see Centennial again next week as they travel out to Page. So Nichols back to pass, finds an opening up the middle, and Josh Nichols will rumble in from 11 yards away to put Franklin on the board and tie this one up. So everybody runs to the right. Some people run to the left. Nichols found a lane up the gut and says end zone.
There's the rebellion right there. As drawing life again are the Rebels.
Number 16, Ian Burr.
Here, then you see Nichols right there having to hold on the extra point. So
He's on for the PAT.
don't
Got to catch his breath and
Yeah.
let his boy Ian Burr try to split the uprights here to tie this one up.
Uh-oh.
And bobbled snap, but no matter as Burr nails the point after. So we've got a tie ball game.
Good, and we are tied at 7.
11-14 to go here in the second. The Battle of Franklin knotted up at 7.
Well, both teams doing the majority of the work on the ground, throwing the ball just to keep both teams honest. And Nichols, the quarterback on the run for the touchdown, ties it up 7-7. Only 46 seconds off the clock in the second quarter, so plenty of time still remaining in this Battle of Franklin.
So homecoming not so kind to the Centennial Cougars last week as they dropped 2017 to Shelbyville.
Now that was minus Desmond Smith. Shelbyville, a pretty good team. They got beat by Page High School at, I think it was double overtime and on a controversial call. Shelbyville, pretty formidable opponent. So
Burr set to kick it away. This one looks to be returned, and it will be. Bringing it back up the gut. This is again, I believe this is Townsend once again.
There's your guy. Yeah,
Townsend, rather.
Yeah, Kevin Townsend. Number 3. And we've seen him a few times do some things on defense. Townsend, the special teams returner right here, sees a little daylight and very quickly gives Centennial great field position.
So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line are the Cougars. And I believe this again, Smith will be wrapped up, the ball carrier, so no gain on the play.
He's tackled by number 71, Clay Crowder. Remains 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars.
So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for Centennial. Just underway here in the second quarter. Rebels struck quickly with a tying touchdown run. Again, here's Steele. Nope. Yep, it is Steele. Makes it close to the 40-yard line.
Alexander Steele on the carry. Tackled by number 2, Guy.
Well, Guy Lipscomb now playing safety. And a smart play right there and taking Steele's legs out. He knew not to go
Don't go high.
chest. Yeah, absolutely. So we see Steele and a good crash here by the safety Lipscomb right at the knees, ankles, and chopped Steele down.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Cougs. Looking is Marcel.
Oh, my.
And taken down at the 35 by that Franklin defensive front.
Marcel scrambles out of the pocket.
So the
that is a great defensive stand by the Rebels. They've got him in. They held Steele on the 1st down run to 0. 2nd and 10. Or Smith to 0. They got 2nd and 10. Steele got nowhere. 3rd and long. And the Rebels come up with the sack. 4th down.
So the Cougs set to kick it away here.
And possible great field position.
Big break. Almost got a
great-
hand on it.
great
And the punt will almost dribble out of bounds, but it is fielded and returned
Carter Potts kick
to the 35-yard line of the Rebels.
by number 22, Mitch Lanik.
So Lanik on the reception there.
He's knocked out of bounds by number 50, Sam Holloway.
Man, it is very close right here.
1st and 10 for the Rebels.
Those wobbly ones not great to field, but nice job by.
He may have had a close to a penalty out there,
Late
tackling
hit.
out of bounds like that. 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Rebs. Again, this give to Lipscomb.
Man.
He's a free, and he will take off. Nobody in front, trying to get through, and he will weave his way, does Guy Lipscomb,
That's number 2, Guy Lipscomb on the carry.
for 65 yards.
He takes it the distance for a Franklin touchdown.
And the Rebels move on top after the 65-yard scamper by Guy Lipscomb. Woo-hoo. Thought he had some daylight, but he had a couple of Centennial defenders chase him down, but Lipscomb able to weave his way through the pressure and make it into the end zone. And now the Rebs set to go on top as Burr on for the PAT. And that straight and true. So the Franklin Rebels take the 14-7 lead with 8:44 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, it's just your average handoff right there. And Guy Lipscomb sees a little daylight. Great block right there just to spring him. And it's all number 2 after this. I think he realizes, hey, I can't outrun that. He's got the angle on me, cuts it back. Repass number 3, tries to cause a diversion. Just enough for Guy Lipscomb. 65 yards later, touchdown.
Got in his way, absolutely. So Guy Lipscomb, the senior, called his name a few times tonight, but none bigger than that 65-yard scamper as the Rebels will take a touchdown lead over Centennial in this big battle of Franklin.
Well, 14 unanswered for Franklin if you're keeping score at home. At 8:44 left in the second quarter. So, how will Centennial answer right here?
Well, Desmond Smith and Kevin Townsell set to receive the Burr kickoff.
And if I was Ian Burr, I would kick it. I'd kick it over to the jury end.
I'd stick it. Exactly.
Do not give Townsell or Smith a chance to return it.
And they won't have a chance this time as the ball sails into the end zone. So big crowd on hand tonight, Paul Brees, as we've got some standing room only for this Battle of Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, obviously good weather, a school that you may or may not appreciate. I don't know, in the the scheme of all things. Sure, everybody's friends outside of school, but man, on Friday night, the Rebellion showing up. And you saw the Cougar Nation earlier.
So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The give this time to Smith and dragged down by that Rebel defensive front there. Makes it back to the 20-yard line as the forward progress, so no gain on the play.
And number 11, Cooper Grills, the cornerback, did a great job not letting Smith get outside, keeping containment, pushing him back inside. And this is what happened last offensive series. They had to go 2nd and 10. And they tried to go Alexander Steele, so kind of a 1-2 punch. Steele couldn't move it. Let's see what they have here on 2nd and 10.
Marcel, he can fling it. But this time the give to Steele one more time. He'll find up that left side, run over a man, and up to the 25-yard line. So Alexander Steele making a name for himself at 6'3", 235 pounds. Bring your buddies if you want to bring him to the ground, as you see right here.
Right here, I think number 10, Elijah Johnson, have seen enough of Steele tonight as Reed Kemp tries to just hog tie him. And Centennial's going to get the cheap first down, as I would like to call it, off the offside neutral zone infraction.
So the Rebs jump, and that'll give Centennial the automatic first down, move the ball up to the just beyond the 30 to the 31. So 1st and 10, 7:29 to go here in the second quarter. Franklin on top, 14-7, as you see. Guy Lipscomb, a 65-yard touchdown run to put the Rebs on top. Again, this time, I believe that's Steele once again, and he'll have a couple maybe. And Franklin now understanding that they need to key a couple of defenders on Alexander Steele because one man is not going to bring down
So how low can you go? You better get
that
lower
huge
than Steele.
player.
Second down and about 8.
So no gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
Oh, we got a new runner.
Couldn't tell the number this far away.
Josh Forsey on the carry.
Josh Forsey on the
He's
carry.
number 60, Jackson Riley.
Makes it up just beyond the 35-yard line.
For the Cougars.
Brings up third down and 5. Cougars need to sustain this drive. Franklin has proven that they can hit quickly. Marcel again, looking over the top. Got his man, this time enough for the first down. Long ways away, can't tell. Camden Brock, the receiver. And so that will keep the drive alive, putting the ball up to the 47-yard line. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter.
Talked about the drive continuer. This is it right here. Find a little empty spot in the zone.
This time Franklin swallows up.
John Kirkpatrick, 42. For the Rebels, having none of it.
Number 2, Desmond Smith on the carries.
So Smith driven back to the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play. Well, they give him forward progress to the 46, so maybe a loss of 1. So second down and 11.
Second down, about 11 for the Cougars.
Marcel looks to the sideline to check his play. Nine seconds to go here on the play clock. And again, the inside give to Steele, looking, finding a little daylight, and finding that corner is Alexander Steele. He's driven out of bounds at the 45 into Franklin territory.
He's pushed out of bounds by number 7.
But it's still going to be short.
Going to be short of the first down, but does Coach Kreisky, with 4:48 to go here in the second, go ahead and roll the bones and give this a shot.
Steele right here. Hits the edge, and there is number 7, Grayson Bruce, just doing enough to get Steele out of bounds, causing a 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you might think they go straight up the gut right here.
The last time they tried to draw him off sides, they were successful. They maybe a hard count again, or Steele right up the gut.
They'll do it one more time, and this time Alexander Steele will have the first down and a little bit more. Dragging tacklers, makes it up close to the 30-yard line of Franklin. So a nice pickup on third down and 2. Kind of saw that one coming the entire way, Paul Breeze.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's Steele time, right? And he's going to
lose the football if he doesn't learn how to carry it a little higher and tighter.
Dragging number 60 right there, Jackson Riley, the sophomore, for a couple of yards, letting go, and then Grayson Bruce having to finish it up.
So the Cougars in business now. First and 10 from the Rebel 31-yard line. Camden Brock again on the carry. Nope, Josh Forsey again. Excuse me. So no gain on the play up to
Journey Keene on the play.
Second down and 9 for the Cougars.
Maybe a pickup of 1. Just under 4 minutes to go. And the Cougars close to pay dirt here. They could really use a score before halftime to knot this up at 14. And this time Forsey again, a flag comes in late.
Number 6, Josh Forsey on the carry. Late flag comes in.
This would be huge if it was against Centennial. All the momentum, and it is holding, unfortunately.
Against Centennial.
So what was a 2nd and 9 call? It's going to bring up 2nd and
We're back about 10.
19. So we're going to be able to replay the down right here.
So the holding call puts the ball back at the 40-yard line. Centennial now having to drive 19 yards to get the first. They've got to make it to the Rebel 20-yard line. 3:35 to go in the first. And that holding penalty really sort of put the kibosh on that nice Centennial drive. And this time the Marcel pass is complete.
Townsell.
Number 3, Kevin Townsell is complete.
Kevin Townsell, the receiver.
Stop by number 10.
Elijah Johnson on the tackle here. Elijah Johnson says, I'll tackle Townsend all day. Just don't show me where number 21's coming at me again.
So pickup of 3 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and 16. So we take to 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
Shortening the game, Centennial, with this drive right here.
Marcel again, screen pass, and that inside, this time to
Townsell.
Kevin Townsell inside the 5-yard line before finally being dragged down.
Yeah, Cooper Grills with a touchdown-saving tackle. And you could hear the Franklin defense up here. Defensive coaches was yelling out, screen, screen. And Kevin Townsell has made his presence known right here. They looked away towards Steele. Steele has been the decoy twice on big plays. The lineman for Centennial down the field blocking. Townsell tries to stretch it out, and Franklin on the...
So 1st and goal, and then Steele, and Franklin keys on the big man.
Yeah.
Drops him back at the 5-yard line. They knew that was coming. 2:20 to go in the first, but the Cougars in business now. Ball up to the 3-yard line, maybe a loss of a yard. As the Centennial skill guys look to the sidelines for their play. Again, the inside give to Steele, and Nate Franklin, again, they've got it figured out. And Steele has dropped just shy of the goal line, 1:43 to go.
Well, that time, instead of handing directly to Steele, they threw a little motion in there just to see if they could get the Franklin defense moving one way. Not happening as Jackson Riley, 60, comes up with the big tackle. 3rd and goal, a long 2. I mean, you don't want to get fancy down here if you're Centennial. You got to avoid the turnover bug.
So Centennial spreads out Franklin. Again, Steele inside and will dive over the end zone. And Alexander Steele for his 2nd score of the night from 2 yards out. And the Cougars are looking to tie this one up.
Alexander Steele, a high school fantasy football mecca, taking the points as he runs in from the 2-yard line.
Big number 21, all 6'3", 235 pounds of him. Crouch set to kick it away for Centennial. And again, straight and true, and we, Paul Brees, are tied up.
Yeah, got ourselves a ball game.
Here at the Battle of Franklin, here at Centennial High School.
They're going to take a peek at it. This time, they've tried it 3 different ways to get Steele, and this time they get him in more open space where he can do a little more dancing and get a little more momentum. 2 yards is all he needed. He got 2.5. Touchdown, Steele.
There you see the Centennial student section coming to life as their crosstown rival. They've just tied it up with 1:11 to go here in the first half. I talked about this one earlier. This one might be, depending on what happens, a loser go home from the playoffs. And the winner almost surely guarantees themselves another Friday night in November. Meaning they get to play in the first round of playoffs. So Crouch set to kick it away for the Cougars. And he'll nail it through the end zone. And the Rebs will have a minute and 11 seconds to work with to try and answer.
Yeah, Guy Lipscomb is, you know, if you're Coach Webb and the offensive staff, you want to see if Guy Lipscomb's got something right here. If he breaks something out long, then yeah, you start looking for it. But if Centennial stops him, you know, here on first down and doesn't give him much, I think Franklin would be content just going into the house tied at 14.
So first down and 10 from the 20-yard line are the Rebels. Josh Nichols, your quarterback. Inside give this time to Lipscomb. He crosses the 25-yard line.
But I think they ran the exact same play that Guy Lipscomb just scored the 65-yard touchdown on, and that time Centennial, nice job, held him to 5.
Well, it keeps the clock ticking, and this time the play takes us under a minute to go. Nichols again, this time pass falls incomplete. Intended receiver.
The pass by number 9, Josh Nichols. Intended for number 6, Reed Kemp.
Reed Kemp.
Defensive back.
An all-around good guy, Reed Kemp.
For the Rebels.
He's a pretty good basketball player.
Fantastic basketball player for the Rebels. So third down and 5. Rebels might have a max of 3 plays remaining. Lipscomb again, and we've got a
carry by number 2, Guy Lipscomb.
Oh, we might have a tussle down here between the receiver and the defensive back.
Townsville and Carson repass. Play's not even near him, and they're going at it a little bit.
So 30 seconds remain. Nichols looking, rolling to his left, and chased. Will finally make it out of bounds. And coaches and parents up here in the stands looking for kind of a
they saw a
funny block there.
Yeah, it was, you know, they have the old defenseless player block, and they didn't see him. Kind of a comeback, crackback kind of right here. We'll see as Nichols getting chased. Maybe right here, number 12. No, right there, late hit. Or not late hit, but obviously not a clean block. That kind of got away with.
So 17 seconds to go. This time, Nichols looking, finds some daylight up the gut. He's got a nice big lane, but he'll be dropped just inside the 35-yard line. 7 seconds to go. And the Rebels will look to call a timeout right here.
Yeah, 7 seconds. Wow. Will this drive start with a minute and 11, right?
1:11 to go.
Ian Burr.
Exactly right.
Ian Burr, plenty of leg. I would go, I'd go Guy Lipscomb right here. Put it between the hash marks. And just as I say that, obviously the wind just like starts whipping around. And, I was going to say, if they get inside the 30, Burr definitely has the capabilities of converting the field goal. So, Ian Burr, pay attention. Sometimes those kickers can be easily distracted over there, kicking in the net. You see all those videos on YouTube where the kickers, can't find their helmet and running on the field late.
So 7 seconds remaining.
I mean, you still have one timeout left. Give it to your biggest threat on offense. I mean, you throw it and you throw it incomplete, you're still going to have to kick it. You got to tell Guy Lipscomb, if it's breaking one, get down.
Nichols rolling right, finding Lipscomb.
Oh, that is nice.
Right out of bounds.
Wow.
I believe that's Guy Lipscomb.
No, that's
couldn't tell all this.
Mitch Lanik, number 22.
Was that Lanik?
Yeah.
Saw the 2 over there.
Yeah.
Didn't see both of them. Well, there are 2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, here we go, 37-yarder.
And so Burr comes on to try to give the Rebels the lead here.
Referee said, whoops. 37 yards, right on the right hash, probably. Oh,
that was blocked.
Did they pick it up? Bounce right to him. Momentum shifter. Momentum shifter. As we got a lot of trash talking up here.
So big block on the field goal attempt. And we remain tied, and these Centennial Cougars popping and popping as they head off the field into halftime. So at the end of one quarter, there you see your score, Centennial 14, Franklin 14. In this Battle of Franklin, we are back on the other side for second half action in just a little bit. Back at Centennial High School for the Battle of Franklin. And Centennial and the Rebels have solved absolutely nothing as we are tied up at 14. The Rebs try a quick chip on the opening kickoff of the second half. And looks like Centennial's able to come up with it. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Michael Williams alongside Paul Brees. Second half action of the Battle of Franklin underway.
Hello, hello. Just like we started, tied up. Centennial ended the half with a little momentum and a little bit of pep in their step after the blocked field goal attempt by Franklin at the end of the half. And now they get the ball.
So Grayson Marcel set to lead his troops again, this time 1st and 10 from the Centennial 40-yard line. Alexander Steele, the big running back for Centennial. The big story in the first half, 2 touchdowns, and we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on Centennial. The worst possible scenario start, you get a little 3 or 4 yard gain right there, and it's going to back it up into 5 yards. As the receiver took off fairly quick. It was on the Centennial side, so not much can happen there. Or we had a shift.
Illegal shift on the Cougars. Backs them up to the 35-yard line. Guy Lipscomb, Franklin running back, the 12th grader with a 65-yard touchdown scamper in the first half. Franklin went down 7-0 on an Alexander Steele touchdown dive for Centennial. Rebels able to answer very quickly. And we're knotted at 14 as we enter this third quarter.
Well, back to the original line of scrimmage is Smith. And now it's going to be 2nd and about 9.
So the ball just beyond the 40-yard line to the 41. Second down and 9. Just underway here in the third quarter. Franklin able to get off a losing skid against the Cougars last year. Take the win. Another jump there for, I believe that was
Journey Keene.
Journey Keene jumping into the neutral zone.
Cougars get that 5 yards back.
And the Cougars will have their 5 yards returned to them. And now we have 2nd down and 4. Three receivers now for Marcel to the right. Ball flies away from him, still got an opportunity. And the Rebels, nothing doing as they drop him at the 40-yard line. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back for Centennial right now.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Man, Centennial can't catch a break here. And there's been, some minor issues with the snap as we see, but, Marcel.
3rd down and 10 for Centennial.
Got to get down there and get it.
So what was 2nd down and 4 now turns into 3rd down and 10. Again, a low snap. And this time, Marcel rushed by the backer there and has to get rid of it. And the ball falls incomplete.
Wyatt Harnage coming on the corner blitz right there. Put a little pressure on Marcel. Kind of short hopped it.
Camden Brock will be 4th down. Centennial.
So Crouch set to kick it away here.
So that offensive possession for Centennial did not go as planned coming out of the locker room.
Kick is away close to being blocked. Nice kick.
That is huge.
A big kick, and that one's dropped.
Tremendous kick by Carter Potts.
It's Mitch Lanik on the return, the junior. And, give credit to Lanik just for even tracking that thing down. Unbelievable punt.
So there you see the Rebels coming back on the field. They have the ball 1st and 10 just outside their own 15-yard line. 10:22 to go here in the third. Ball game is tied at 14. Michael Williams, Paul Brees on the WCTV Game of the Week call for this Battle of Franklin. Hope you're joining us either live on YouTube streaming or Facebook. As Nichols finds his man, got a little daylight, and dropped about the 35-yard line. That is Clemente again. Number 19 had a big first half with a few catches.
Give Josh Nichols, the quarterback, credit for extending the play with his legs to give Clemente. He's going to be coming across the line or out of the backfield, and
first down for the Rebels.
Nichols waits on him just to get on the other side of the linebackers, and a nice pickup of about 15, 16.
So 1st and 10 for the Rebs now. This time Lipscomb again on that right side, and just about broke it, but nevertheless up close to the first down marker. And we've got a
that's
Franklin player that will hobble off the field.
Mitch Lanik, 22.
Lanik, who just is on the punt reception. So close to a first down, and will they measure Paul Brees? That is the question.
It would be one of the few times we've seen it. Normally they just kind of wave it on.
This is our first measurement.
Yeah, I mean, if it was 3rd down, I could see why they're doing it. But
well, they'll have it.
And another credit is that it's only about 8 or 9 steps away from where the chains are. So
yeah,
if they had to come
might as well.
Yeah, if they had to come across the field, there was no way they were going to.
So Lipscomb does indeed pick up the first down. 1st and 10 at the Rebel 44-yard line. Franklin again has that quick strike ability since they put Lipscomb at running back. He started the year at quarterback. Again, the give inside, this time to Lipscomb again. Finds some daylight, will break outside, and it's a foot race. Lipscomb again shoved out of bounds. Will they give it to him? And he stops short just inside the 5-yard line.
Man, you talked about quick strike, Michael Williams. It is just a basic handoff. Guy Lipscomb with great vision. He's going to hit a little stop right there. One-time repass with the big block. Hits the corner right here. Different speed. And give credit to the Centennial defender who comes from way up top of the field. That is going to be number 26. Who was that?
So 26, Luke Craker.
Man.
Able to finally shove Lipscomb out of bounds just before he crossed the end zone. So an inside give again. This time, touchdown, Franklin. The Rebels will call it. The referees will confirm it. And the Rebs, couldn't tell exactly who the ball carrier was.
That was
42.
John Kirkpatrick, 42. He's kind of the Alexander Steele runner for the Rebels, the big fella.
So the touchdown dive from 4 yards away. Franklin will take the lead. Then Burr is coming on to try to put the Rebels up by another touchdown. And that one is up and good. So Franklin behind the legs of Guy Lipscomb on the long yardage gainer.
And Franklin able to dive right here. Good block. Just going to start trying to overpower people and lean in for the touchdown. But you talked about it. Guy Lipscomb is the guy that gets Franklin down there for Kirkpatrick to finish it up. And 21-14, Rebels.
So 9:21 to go here in the third. Franklin just takes the lead on the Kirkpatrick dive.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
And again, Centennial looking to answer here.
We call those guys like Kirkpatrick and Steele the touchdown stealers. I mean, they're stealing the touchdowns after the long runs. Those guys just going to jump in, lay down, and get the glory, right? But, hey, whatever it takes in a big game like this in the Battle of Franklin.
So Smith and Townsell set to receive a squibber this time, and that will bounce through the end zone. And Centennial will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Ian Burr's kick.
You know, speaking
Ball
of
in the
big
end zone.
games,
First and
got
10
a
for the Cougars.
update, and this has been, you know, wild during halftime, but Brentwood 10, Independent 7.
Really?
And
Oh,
it's
my
a
goodness.
battle of first place for the region, so.
Well, we'll be down next week, fall break. I believe we have our game is on Thursday night.
Okay.
We'll be down at Page High School. Again, we'll see these Centennial Cougars down there. Inside handoff gains maybe one. I believe that is to Smith again.
Yeah, he is
Carry
just
by
not
number 2,
getting
Desmond Smith.
any kind of good looks. I mean, Franklin doing a fantastic job at taking away
Carry by
the
number
gaps.
60, Jackson
And that
Riley.
Smith usually can find some
Second down,
holes
8,
and creases to
Centennial.
kind of squeeze through, but the D lineman up there doing a nice job.
So 2nd down and 8. This time again the give to Smith, and he'll be run out of bounds.
Yeah, Elijah Johnson, the cornerback, nice job of slowing it up. And, you know, this is where
Number 2,
Centennial's had a
Smith
hard
on the
time
carry.
stretching the field in the passing game as they have really depended on the running game of Smith. And Smith and the O-line can't get it going and has put themselves in a 3rd and 12 situation here with 8:38 left in the 3rd quarter.
Third down and a long 12.
So the Cougs looking for some kind of offensive momentum. Haven't been able to find it just yet. This is their 2nd drive of the 2nd half. Marcel again to the left side. This time he's got his receiver and a little bit of daylight.
Oh,
Stop
what
on a dime and out of bounds. That was, I believe,
Number
7, Cannon Plowman.
Kenan Plowman. Kenan Plowman with a full head of steam just hit the brakes and watched his defender fly right by.
I think that was Guy Lipscomb that went by. I know Lance and the truck guys got the replay, but we're so quick here on this offensive play right here. Maybe
So,
we can catch it here in a second.
Huge 1st down for Centennial. Gives them the ball 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Steele again, this time on the left side, and run out of bounds. Another 1st down, or unless he was stopped short of the first,
Well,
unless he was run out of bounds short of the 1st
It's going to
down.
be short of the 1st down because there's going to be a holding on Centennial. So
Again, Centennial and penalties killing these Cougars.
very disheartening.
So again, a step forward and a bigger step backwards for the Cougars.
Yeah,
And now
they're going
these
to.
penalties just, I hate to use the cliche, but shoot yourself in the foot once and learn your lesson.
The score of interest at the half, Brentwood 10, Independence 7.
1st and 18.
So the ball back at the 35-yard line for the Cougars now. Marcel looking in trouble, racing back to his left, finds a little bit of time, extends the play, and the ball falls incomplete.
I believe the defender on the play is that Reed
This is
Kemp.
Marcel's pass.
Had dead to right, intercepted in his hands. And
Intended for number 18.
so Marcel trying to extend the play almost is going to want that throw back. And
Second down.
with
long
2nd
for the
down,
Cougars.
he's got a shot at it. I think Steele's probably going to get the ball right here, Michael Williams.
Well, the Cougars have to get up to about the 45 of Franklin, and they won't do it on that play.
No, and a tremendous tackle by Guy Lipscomb, the running back safety.
Pass to number
He saw it
24.
develop, and that's one of the big plays they had earlier was the wide receiver screen.
So Girolami, the receiver for Centennial, stopped just shy of the 40-yard line.
Third and long for the Cougars.
Brings up 3rd down and 17. 7:38 to go in the 3rd quarter.
wow.
Steele again, the man in motion.
He's a decoy. Got to be a decoy.
Goes over the middle this time, and again will be stopped short of the line to gain for Centennial, and the Cougars, after a big yardage gainer, they've got to kick it away because of that big holding penalty.
It's complete.
Just could not get it going.
And it finally, Paul Brees feels a little bit like fall.
Yeah.
It could not have come at a better time.
When they say the leaves are turning orange, they're turning
Ours-
brown.
They're turning
right here,
brown in Middle Tennessee. Franklin looking to block one of these at some point, but the kick rolling inside the 5 and will die.
No.
Oh, just on the other side of the goal line.
Tremendous punt.
Firefox punt just trickles into the end zone.
Wow. The
Tremendous kick.
19-yard and
First down and 10.
return.
Yeah.
Centennial defense going to have to step up. Here we go. Here's the punt.
So
Give Reed Kemp credit. He faked everybody out like he was going to catch it. Trickles. And the defender cannot go in the end zone. But, yeah.
So Carter Potts,
Wow.
nearly had Franklin pinned deep, but the Rebels will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. Lipscomb again breaks through the line once again, and he crosses the 35-yard line. He'll have the first down. Pickup of about 13 this time.
Man, Guy Lipscomb looks like he's just running downhill now.
Down by 6, Josh Dorsey.
So 1st and 10 for the Rebels, just beyond at the 37-yard line. Call it the 38, 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. Franklin with some momentum now.
I'm thinking Nichols maybe keeps it this time. Nope.
Again to Lipscomb, and he'll find some daylight on that right side. And again, the foot races on. And Lipscomb will be dropped at the 30-yard line. Another huge gash for the Franklin Rebels and Guy Lipscomb.
This guy's a warrior. I mean, offensively taking the ball, going big chunks a yard at a time. Big vision right there. Catches the outside, attacks the defender right there, lowers the helmet.
So the Rebs in business again. Why not? This time they'll stop number 7.
Grayson Bruce.
Grayson Bruce is stopped short, and
you know, what Guy Lipscomb's doing on offense, he's doing the small things and blue-collar things on defense. He's probably the quickest guy out there reading the screens and the draw situation where he's a good run support guy. And he is taking away any kind of passing threat as well. So,
well, they'll give him a break this time.
Yeah,
he's not on the field.
No, I think Grayson Bruce is going to handle. Again, maybe Josh Nichols. He's got the capability of keeping it himself, the quarterback.
So Bruce again behind a pile of people, and he'll be stood up at about the 25-yard line.
Number 2, and number 7, Grayson Bruce on the carry. Tackled by number 42.
So third down, and what do you got? 7, 8 right here.
So a pickup of a couple of yards for Bruce on the carry. Lipscomb again comes back out. All eyes on number 2 for the Rebels. 3rd down and 6. This could be a game changer for either squad right here. Nichols again looking, going long into the end zone and caught. Touchdown Franklin. A flag has been thrown.
It is totally pass interference on the defense. A touchdown's going to stand. Carson repass.
Repass with an amazing catch in the corner of the end zone. The flag comes flying in.
Oh, it's offensive pass interference.
But it is offensive pass interference. So wipe away the touchdown after a tremendous catch.
Wow, let's take a look at it. They obviously the decoy to Lipscomb. Nichols going to throw it up in a spot where only Repass is going to catch it. And I just don't see it, Michael Williams, but
he must have shoved his defender earlier. But
Wow.
Wenham got it, but
Coach Donnie Webb not happy. Looking at that back judge and letting him know that probably not the greatest call.
well, the refs don't like something, so they'll confer here.
Let's see what we got. Dead ball.
Got another.
Unsportsmanlike. That's going to back him up another 15.
So somebody must have said something.
Well, it's obviously who said something.
I wonder if that came from one of the players or from the sideline.
Heavens no, I think it came from the sideline.
It'll be 3rd down and 9.
So a huge turn of events.
Well, what was a touchdown,
Wow.
what looked a seeming touchdown, is now backed up to the Rebel 46-yard line. And they've got a mile to go. They've got to make it down to the Cougar 19 for a first down, and it is 3rd down and 36.
Yeah, quarterback keeper right here. I don't see Nichols getting rid of this.
Thought they were going long. Nichols will fire.
God, Lipscomb, he's the guy.
Got his man, and that one will, Lipscomb will
caught
come
it.
away with it.
Absolutely. First down,
And
Rebels.
that is a first down.
Woo! Wow. 3rd and 36, Michael Williams.
Goodness gracious. It is the Battle of Franklin, and it is a tremendous battle going on right now. So Lipscomb, if you take a look at the replay,
Man.
a wounded duck,
Yeah, absolutely. But number 2, when you're throwing it to him,
and
he's got a
Lipscomb,
chance.
he pops up. I've got it. Come on down, fellas.
3rd and 36, and they get 37. Oh, my.
1st and 10 from the Centennial 13-yard line. Here are the Rebs yet again in business. This time Lipscomb stumbles out of the gates.
Yeah, I believe if he doesn't stumble, he's got a shot.
And he comes up a little
Yeah,
gimpy
that's
right
not good.
there.
Yeah, hopefully that cut right there. Uh-oh.
2nd down for the Rebels.
So he'll trot off the field under his own power there, but Lipscomb a little gangly coming off the field there. Ball inside the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Franklin again with that 21-14 lead, as you see there at the bottom of your screen. 3 minutes to go exactly in the third. What a wild third quarter it's been. Nichols again settling his troops, looking, firing over the middle, got his man, touchdown, Franklin.
That's going to be Jake Willow, number 88, the senior tight end.
Willow again, this is the first time we've called his name tonight as he sneaks across the line and in the back of the end zone. And Nichols fires a strike right between the numbers, and the Rebels will now go up by 2 touchdowns, pending the Burr PAT.
Yeah. And after this PAT, I'm going to tell you a little reminder about Jake Willow that happened 2 weeks ago. Stay tuned for that exciting story.
Stick around, sports fans. Burr again, straight and true once more, and the Rebels take the 28-14 lead with 2:49 to go here in the third. We'll take a look at it again.
We see Willow, the right tight end. He's on the release, streaking down the middle as everybody is looking in a different direction. Sneaks behind the defense, and Jake Willow, touchdown. Jake Willow, my friends, 2 weeks ago was the intended receiver on the 2-point conversion that Franklin failed to receive on the, as you may or may not remember, Michael Williams, the high throw on the outstretched arms of Jake Willow. Tremendous job. Gets his
that was
first
for the
touchdown.
Independence game, right?
That was the Independence game. So.
Yeah, I was at Brentwood Ravenwood that night.
Yeah, okay, you were not with us.
I wasn't there.
Okay, well, they went for 2 to try to win it. They knew they couldn't basically keep throwing jabs on offense with Independence. And so once they tied it, they went for 2. They lined up, and they shifted out, and they tried to hit Willow. The fade pattern in the back of the end zone. It was incomplete. Independence wins. Jake Willow right there gets a little
bit of redemption, perhaps.
Redemption, that's the word. Absolutely. I mean, if there's any way you can score a touchdown on the Battle of Franklin to put your team up by 14, that's gonna
Burr
be-
again.
yeah,
This one has a chance to be
Yeah, it's gonna
returned.
be
It
short.
will be returned. And I believe that is Smith this time, number 2.
Kevin Townsend on the return.
Well, Townsend rather.
Brought down by number 37, Isaiah.
Well,
Domingo.
on the Centennial, up here on top of the press box on the Centennial side, I am just scoping out and see if I can find Guy Lipscomb. See if they're stretching him out. Hopefully, he's going to be able to come back for the Rebels because this guy shown up tonight.
2:49 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars have their work cut out for them. Again, low snap, this time across the middle. Marcells has his man, enough for the first down. Just shy of the 40-yard line.
That was a nice throw and catch, Marcel.
So now down by 2 touchdowns and approaching the fourth quarter, the Cougars are going to have to start thinking about putting it in the air.
But that's a clean and excellent Spartans. First down for the Cougars.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars from their own 39-yard line. Marcel again looking over the middle, in trouble. Firing this time, will loft it up for that one, nearly up for grabs and broken up. Ball falls incomplete, so brings up 2nd down and 10.
Give Kevin Townsend tremendous credit, the receiver. That the ball was a jump ball. He had a shot at it.
There you see the scoreboard, 2:05 remaining in the third. Rebels up by 2 touchdowns, 28-14 your score. 2nd down and 10, just shy of the 40-yard line for the Cougs. Again, it's time to steal inside and running into a mass of white shirts. Takes a mass of white shirts to bring him down. He stopped for no gain on the play. Clock continues to tick. Buck 45 to go here in the third. What are you telling your guys, Paul Brees, if you are Matt Kreisky?
You got to continue to move the chains. I mean, you got to convert a first down. It seems like it's been forever. But they did convert. They got a penalties.
This is not going to do it for Centennial. As again, pass play picks up maybe 4 yards. Brock on the reception. And the Cougars will be forced to kick it away. So Carter Potts again has had a couple of tremendous kicks for Centennial.
You're exactly right.
Nearly killed it inside the 1-yard line on his last kick, but the ball dribbled into the end zone. But Franklin has put some pressure on the punter lately. They might be able to break free, but they're not going to come this time. And again, a nice high kick. And it'll again take a Centennial bounce. And this time, once again, ball dribbles into the end zone.
That's unfortunate. Carter Potts twice.
Kick rolls.
There you see, take a look at it once again.
Into the end zone for a touchback.
Right there, number 13.
Joe Nelson trying to get to it.
If he could just tap it back and just catches it on the downward bounce and just gets a small tip, but unfortunately, we kind of like the effort right there.
Joe, one of my English students last year. Good effort, Joe. 1st and 10 for the Rebs from their own 20-yard line. Nichols again, Lipscomb again, trying to find some daylight on that right side, but nothing doing as a host of gray shirts brings him to the ground. And that could very well be the last play. Franklin in no hurry here.
Not at all. And I wouldn't be.
The last play of the third quarter. So at the end of 12 seconds remaining, both squads will march to the sidelines and get some final quarter strategies here. Franklin on top, 28-14. In this Battle of Franklin, glad to have you joining us here on the WCTV Game of the Week.
Yeah.
I'm Michael Williams, this is Paul Brees. Hope you're joining us on our live stream on either Facebook or YouTube. There you see the score.
What was the final score last year?
I can't remember.
I was a setup for you. Exactly.
Oh, was this the score?
28-14.
Oh,
Franklin.
okay. Were we at that one? I can't remember.
You know what? That's whether we were there or not. That was the information.
That was well, of course. You're Paul Brees. You know these things.
You know,
you are the Williamson County sports insider.
Well, that maybe or not be true, but I definitely know like any kind of food deal. I definitely know what are the food deals. You know, it was National Taco Day today. So
where are our tacos? Did you happen to go down to the hospitality downstairs?
I did not.
Get us a brownie?
I didn't. Oh,
no, I thought. Well, you're the one with a nice face.
You know, they see my belly.
With a friendly face. Give them those puppy dog eyes and bring us a half a dozen brownies up here. I know you saw them.
Well, I can't lie about that.
I know I saw them. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Franklin, 2nd down and 8. Just shy of their own 25-yard line. Here's Lipscomb again on that left side. Ball comes free. This time, Centennial has it, and they will run it back in for the touchdown. That was massive. Absolutely massive.
There's a penalty.
The recovery there, Tucker Tremaine, but there is a flag on the play. Hold everything.
I'm the guy in the white hat. Let's see what he's got to say.
So does the Tucker Tremaine touchdown stand? It will.
Shot block. Wow.
And the touchdown stands. Centennial with a big break on the Lipscomb fumble as Tremaine able to rumble in, scoop up the ball, and take it in for the score. The scoop and score is what they call that.
Absolutely. I mean, that literally, no scoop involved. I think it landed right in his arms as he was chasing it down. It just popped right up to him.
Number 20, Tucker Tremaine on the hold. And number 10, Johnny
So
Crouch.
Tremaine, who just scored the touchdown, he's set to hold, and Crouch set to kick it away. And just like that, Paul Brees, Paul kick is straight and true. So Franklin only now up by a touchdown.
Here we go. Guy Lipscomb, Mr. Dependable, takes it, looks for a lane, gonna come through, and the back pop right there, 42.
42, Forrest Dangler.
And 20, scoop it up. Man,
Tucker Tremaine, the D-back there.
Touchdown. Oh, that may have been the best tackle of the night right there on Tremaine. Well, that woke the Centennial side up. I heard on the local radio today, they were talking about student sections, and Williamson County is widely known for having tremendous student sections. No matter where you're at, they're bringing it full force.
So Crouch's kickoff sails into the end zone, and the Rebs kind of licking their wounds after the fumble, the scoop and score. And the Rebs will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 10 seconds gone here in the fourth, and the Rebs, they were in command of it with a 2-touchdown lead, but the scoop and score by Tucker Tremaine.
This is a situation, Michael Williams, where Guy Lipscomb converted running back now. Cannot let that play linger in his head.
and will be stopped for little, if any, gain at all on the play. They'll call it 2nd down and 9.
Grayson Bruce going to come in. Guy Lipscomb still remains on the sideline. You know, and that's a situation where Guy Lipscomb, your best offensive weapon, on the sideline. Now you got to see who can step up.
Well, the Rebs stack everything heavy to the left side. Now they send a man to the right, and this time it's inside.
Mitch Lanik.
That's Lanik again, taken down after a short gain, just shy of the 30-yard line. Or Clemente again.
I'm sorry, you're right. It was Clemente. Right. Lanik is 22.
So big 3rd down now for Franklin.
This is a huge stop for Centennial.
Can the Cougars hold here on 3rd and 5? Franklin will spread the field here. Nichols directs his troops. 9:18 to go in the ball game. Loaded up on this right side are the Rebels. Looking,
big hit!
A big
The ball
hit.
comes out!
Ball is free, and Centennial comes away with it. Couldn't tell who it was on the hit. Forsey again.
I think he came off the corner.
Nichols never saw him.
Never saw him. You're exactly right, Michael Williamson. Here we
Take
go.
a look again.
Yeah, let's see it right here. He's looking right at Lipscomb. He's going to fake it. He's going to try to pump it and go deep. And off the edge, Forsey. Nichols tried to scramble back to it, couldn't do it. Momentum, Big Mo has gone Centennial way in the 4th quarter.
So Forsey, with the sack and the fumble recovery, gives Centennial the ball back at their own 41-yard line. 9:05 to go in the ball game.
Man, I'll
and
tell you
this
what.
time it's Desmond Smith on the carry. Runs into, again, a pile of defenders.
Yeah, Franklin defense is, buckled down. They still really have only given up 14 points. The fumble return obviously was a defensive score, so they have got Desmond Smith,
So the Rebels,
locked down.
the Rebels hurting themselves with turnovers right now. That is a sure way to let another squad back in the game.
Great protection.
Marcel back to pass, finds his man. I believe that is number 8, Camden Brock. And looks like he might be just a shade shy of the 1st down.
This one they will not measure. Guarantee. They're not going to. Are they going to wave them over? Oh,
They sure are.
Wow.
So we are going to measure this. Paul Brees, if we've ever seen a bigger measurement this year.
This is huge. Here we go.
Clock is stopped at 8:17 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, hold your breath, Centennial fans. Up here, we got probably the best angle out of anybody.
But Coach Kreisky stands right in our way.
And
we're going to be
just
just a shade short.
Yes.
About the nose of the football short. I think it might be Mr. Alexander Steele time right here.
Where's 21? He's already out in the huddle.
Cougar Nation, Centennial welcomes back one of its own tonight. Former baseball standout.
I see you, Angel Tyus, down there carrying water to the players.
Tony Kemp.
Angel Tyus, I hope you tune into the WCTV game of the week. Mr. Williams says hello, gives you a shout out.
Wow.
Hope you hear that second period on Monday.
I don't know who Angel Tyus is, but I do know who Tony Kemp is, former Centennial great. He's here tonight, apparently. Chicago Cub, current Chicago Cub. I'm looking around, I can't find him. Where is he?
Here we go, 3rd down and 1 for the Cougs.
3rd and inches for the Cougars.
Big Steele standing up in the backfield. They'll give it to him, and he's got it, and a little bit more. Alexander Steele rumbles down the sideline for a big 1st down and lots more as he's just shy of the Rebel 30-yard line. So needed a nose length of the football, and Steele will go ahead and punch it deep into Franklin territory.
That's enough for Clean Insurance Farmers. First down, Centennial.
And Steele doesn't need a whole lot of, just needs a little head start to get that run. There, see, he didn't get that.
Didn't get that momentum going that time.
Tiptoed right through that hole right there.
Franklin defenders sniffed that out and drop him short of the 30-yard line, maybe even a loss of 1 yard on the play.
I mean, between the tackles, Franklin defense has just been on lockdown mode. It's when Centennial has a shot to get outside the hashes that seems like they've had benefited the best. Now Marcel with the 2nd and 11. And, either way, it's 4 down territory at this point.
7:29 to go in the game.
You're not going to get this better, field position than this.
Ball marked at the 32. That is the give inside to Smith. Smith finding a little running room on that right side. They'll have the first down. It looks like they are just beyond the 20-yard line or inside the 20-yard line. And again, the Cougars in business after the Smith run.
And he picks up enough for another Clean Insurance Farmers. First down for the Cougars.
7 minutes to go in the ball game. And Smith's first down just inside the 20-yard line now for Centennial. And the Cougars looking to tie this one up in the Battle of Franklin. Marcel looking, firing across the middle. That one is picked off. That one is picked off by Lipscomb, I believe. And again, finds some daylight on that right side, and he'll slide down just inside the 40-yard line.
God, Lipscomb.
So Lipscomb, the name we have called more than once tonight.
And we see this time, plenty of time. Marcel trying to thread the needle. God, Lipscomb says, no thank you. And that, my friends, is a huge football play. God, Lipscomb, he just cannot go anymore. He said, you know what?
We'll just go ahead and take a seat.
This is the safest way to celebrate it. And
so
now
Lipscomb had the fumble earlier and redeems himself nicely there on the
That was
pick.
in the end zone or about on the goal line, 1 yard line. So tremendous effort.
So a big blow to Centennial's hopes right here. 6:30 to go in the ball game. They give up the gut this time to
Grayson Bruce.
To Bruce.
7, Grayson Bruce.
There you see the clock ticking away, 6:20 to go.
He's talking about number 20.
Bruce with a pickup of maybe 5 yards on the play. The Rebs now in no hurry. .12 on the play clock. They'll let this tick down as far as they can get it. And again, the run to that left side.
First down, Grayson Bruce.
Bruce again, I believe he'll have the first down.
Carry by number 7, Grayson Bruce. Number 20, Tucker Tremaine on the tackle.
What a game we've had so far. 5:42 remaining in the ball game.
Well, we got a penalty. There we go.
They'll back Franklin up on the penalty. Not exactly sure what it was, so we'll have a block in the back call on Franklin. Yeah, that's what it is. And they'll put it back inside the 45-yard line of Franklin.
Back him up. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Rebels.
So 2nd and 9 now for Franklin. 5:38 to go in the ball game. Nichols again sets his troops loaded to the left. They check the sideline for a change of play.
Working the play clock down.
Nichols rolling, in trouble, and he'll take the dive right there just beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, I guess it's one of those things, don't make a mistake, right?
Corsi again pressuring Nichols, and he'll take a seat.
Yeah, that time they were trying for Clemente to come out of the streaking across the backside of the linebackers, but Nichols just could not find enough time.
Big loss on the play. Franklin's got to get up inside Centennial territory to about the 47-yard line of Centennial for a first down. They've done it before. This time under heavy pressure is Nichols, and he'll be dropped.
Number 9, Josh Nichols is sacked.
Wow.
Josh Forsey there, number 6, you see on your screen. The 10th grader.
And long.
And so the Rebels now will have to kick it away. As you see the clock tick to 4 minutes to play in the ball game.
Ian Burr has the capability of flipping the field, but there's a young man back there that's going to receive this. Kevin Townsend
also has the ability to flip the field, and we've got a
Absolutely.
flag that flies. So I think we'll have a delay this time. We do.
That
Delay of game.
that's huge. I mean,
Against the Rebels.
usually that happens when you're maybe at the 50 or something like that, but
Do
it when you're at the 30-yard line. I know Ian Burr's good, but man, put a little pressure on the kid, right?
Townsend steps up with his toes inside the 40 and nearly
Look at that.
blocked. Here's Townsend again, and he'll receive it just outside the 40-yard line, about the 41.
That could have been a huge turn of events. I mean, Ian Burr, credit to carrying the catching that snap.
So Centennial had a good deal of momentum on their last offensive drive, but a Guy Lipscomb interception put the stop to it. Centennial able to force Franklin off the field here on their last drive, and now Paul Brees, is this the Cougars' last opportunity?
This is, I mean, the best opportunity they're going to have. Smith's got to get outside here. That's where he's in his best.
There's Smith again, and he's wrestled down at
Johnson.
the 45-yard line.
Elijah Johnson, the corner. Nice job. Hanging on.
Clock continues to tick, under 3.5 to go now.
He picks up about 3. It's second down for the Cougars.
Marcel, again, that trap play, or the draw play rather. Another flag comes flying in as Smith is run out of bounds at about the 46-yard line of Franklin. But a hold on Centennial, and holding calls have been crushing the Cougars all night. That is about the 3rd or 4th hold call on Centennial, and they've just been
In a critical situation where they've had a pretty major gain. Either they converted a first down or picked up a large chunk of yards. Obviously, the hold might have something to do with it, but
maybe.
You know,
There is Nylisha Dean, one of my most favorite students of all time. I hope you watched the game and hear your name called on TV.
She find out where Tony Kemp is?
Ball falls incomplete as I give shout-outs to my students here.
Marcel's pass intended.
2:46 remaining. That brings up
Kevin Townsend.
3rd down and 26. Franklin, or Centennial rather, has to get up into about the 47-yard line of Franklin for the first down.
Well, and Centennial has all 3 timeouts left, so if they don't convert here, they can punt it away, still have a defensive stop, and a good chance to get the ball back with some time left on the clock.
3rd down, 26. Marcel looks to go deep. Flushed.
Throw it. Got to throw it.
Fires away, and the ball skips on the ground and falls incomplete.
Marcel's pass intended to number 3, Kevin Townsend, is incomplete.
Yeah.
So Coach Kreisky will send his punt unit on the field. So this would be a huge win for Franklin if they could come into Centennial's house and steal a road victory away from these Cougars tonight. They're sitting nicely with 2:38 to go.
Oh, my.
A duck.
Not good. Oh, it touched it.
Hit a Franklin player. And the ball goes over. Well, no, does it? Thought it hit the Franklin player, but the referee pointed Franklin's direction. Centennial coaches are pointing the opposite direction.
Well, we're waiting.
Take a look right here. Does the ball
hit? I think it hits Wyatt Hardage, number 5. It's going to be tough to see.
Looked like it glanced right off his helmet.
Yeah. He did not even realize where the ball was.
So they'll give it back to Centennial after the miscue on the punt.
Yeah, that is a tough
So if Franklin's going to open this door for Centennial, the Cougars have to walk through right now. 2:28 to go in the ball game. And the refs again will confer over on the sidelines. Looks like they want to talk to
Donnie
Coach Webb
go
over there
and find out exactly what happened. All right, here we go with the conference. It's going to take place here. Well, Coach Kreisky is definitely he's standing down here at the bottom of your screen with the a referee down here. He is hoping that there's something that a rule that all of a sudden gets talked about. Is both coaches are close to the.
Well, here you see the punt again,
and not a great punt, and no clue. Wyatt Hardage had no idea that it was just anywhere near him, because it was about 20 yards away. Man, this could be huge if the ruling. Here's the problem: we won't know what the ruling is because they won't be able to tell us. But this is not good news for Centennial if the referee has to come over and talk to Coach Kreisky.
Well, now they confer with Kreisky, and he starts to throw a fit, and they'll throw a flag on him.
That is a wild turn of events. Well, it's going to be first down, Franklin.
Well, you saw it. You saw Kreisky right there. We were watching him, and he got heated. And they'll throw another flag on him.
Wow. We really don't have any. We have no answers. Right, Michael Williams? I mean, I don't. But Coach Kreisky has got to be just beside himself.
The answer is, well, Kreisky has blown his stack here.
I mean,
you can hardly blame him.
Yeah, somewhat understandable, but
he's got 2 flags still lying on the field. And now they're going to, I guess they figure out where to spot the ball after the 2 well, they're going to be unsportsmanlike penalties.
Right. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Dead ball.
And they've tossed Kreisky. And Matt Kreisky has been tossed from the game.
Well,
and they'll set the ball up at the 16-yard line.
Wow.
Of Centennial, or of Centennial there.
So 30 yards.
And these Centennial fans not at all happy with these referees. And 2:28 to go in the ball game.
Hang on to the cameras, boys. This
press box feels a little bit wobbly.
Shaking a little bit. If we're going down, somebody's going to stop us.
And these Centennial coaches are livid down here. And who can blame them? So 1st and 10 now, and inside the give to Lipscomb, and he stopped short of the 15-yard line. Maybe they might give him 1 on the play.
Tackled by number 48, Alex Gourdet.
But Franklin just looking to keep this clock running right now, and the Cougars will go ahead and call timeout.
That was their first timeout.
Wow. Man, what a way to.
So let's recap. We kicked the ball, or we
punted the ball.
We punted the ball away. The ball appeared to hit a Franklin defender.
Sure.
Glanced off.
Centennial
recovers. We point to, well, he originally pointed Franklin's way, said Franklin's got the ball. Conferred. They said, okay, no, we'll buy your argument, Centennial. Now Centennial's got the ball. Donnie Webb comes out on the field, confers with referees. The referees have a conference. They get together and they say, no, it goes back to Franklin.
Yeah.
Matt Kreisky blows his stack, gets 2 unsportsmanlike penalties called on him, and is tossed from the game.
Yeah, 30 yards. And now Franklin down to the 16-yard line. So
2:14 to go in the ball game. Lipscomb again, this time little gain up. He crosses the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
And again, Centennial will go ahead and call timeout.
Whatever Donnie Webb knew, he came out at the right time.
Well, and I was teaching it today, ethos, pathos, and logos. The credibility of the speaker, the data of the speaker, and the emotional appeal of the speaker. All 3 worked very well for these referees, apparently.
After tonight's game, be sure to stop by the official CHS Faith Corner headquarters. Rick's Wood-Fired Pizza.
As there you take a look at the Rebels.
The best pizza, salads, sandwiches.
In good position to come in and take their 2nd game in as many years from Centennial.
Rick's Wood-Fired Pizza.
Rebels in desperate need of a win tonight.
Yeah. I mean,
they've got 2 on the year. They have no district wins, does Franklin.
It's a season-saving win.
That's exactly right.
And yeah, you may think Guy Lipscomb is the MVP, but Donnie Webb, with whatever the debate club champion,
exactly.
He convinced something on some way to.
Well, these Centennial coaches and players imploring this Centennial crowd to get into the game, try to give them one more chance here. 3rd down and 7. 2:10 remaining in the ball game. Nichols looking in trouble, finds his receiver, and will be stopped short of the 1st down. Couldn't exactly tell who the receiver was. To 19 to Clementi.
All for naught penalty.
And a flag on the play.
We'll back them up 10 yards.
So the Rebs will have to march backwards.
2 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the game.
Ball marked at the 31-yard line of Centennial. 2:04 to remains in the ball game. Rebs have to get up to about the 6-yard line for a 1st down.
Centennial 1 timeout left. I was shocked that they tried to attempt to throw the ball. If they could have just run the ball, they would have. Centennial would have had to use the timeout. They would have never had the holding penalty.
So here are the Rebs, 3rd down and 24. The quick hitter to Lipscomb tries to find some daylight on that right side and nothing doing. And the Cougars with a little emotion in that hit.
Yeah. And the ball's going to be placed at the 30, so this is 31, 30. This is going to be a 47, 48
about a 47-yard field goal attempt.
Not saying Ian Burr cannot do it, but you know, it's going to be. Now the rule is, I believe in high school, Michael Williams, if the field goal kick gets to the end zone, the offensive team takes over at the 20, no matter what happens. So we'll see if they have or have not changed that rule. But in the past, you know, that's why teams used to take a chance on the long field goals, because they knew if they could get the ball to at least the end zone, it was going to go to the 20. So 4th and 23, obvious field goal. What happened last time? Franklin had tried to attempt a field goal?
Blocked.
And what? It's returned.
And returned. That's
No.
exactly right.
No, that was the fumble. That was the fumble on Guy Lipscomb. It was blocked. No return. That was right before halftime.
Well, they're going to go ahead and try it. They marched the field goal unit on the field. Paul Brees, you're exactly right. We're about 47 yards away. Does Burr have it in him? Kick is blocked again.
Oh,
this
no!
time.
He's going to get a block. Ian Burr going to hang on and tackle him. You've got to be kidding me.
Couldn't tell who blocked it. Still can't tell. He's mobbed by his people down there.
That is unbelievable.
Leo Gearhart comes through and blocks the field goal try.
1st and 10.
Couldn't tell who the ball carrier was right there.
Yeah,
I guess
tough.
that was, Gearhart again. He was the one that picked it up and ran with it.
And Ian Burr, touchdown saving tackle, the kicker. If there's no way that Centennial scores, everybody needs to go find Ian Burr after the game and say thank you, because that was huge.
So I believe want to say Franklin has called timeout here.
Yeah.
1:48 to go in the ball game. Emotions running high at a fever pitch right now.
Wow, no one has left.
So here are the Cougars, 1st down and 10 from the Franklin 32. Marcel looking, firing. That will be way too high.
Jason Marcello's pass intended
5 seconds ticks off the clock. 1:43 to go. Brings up 2nd down and 10. So 3 more downs here for the Cougars.
Yeah. Maybe
3 receivers right.
Don't go for the home run, and that's a good call. Oh!
Thought we might have a face mask
I'm
right
thinking
there,
so
but
too.
Smith is spun down for no gain here.
number 2, Desmond Smith on the carry.
Clock continues to tick away. 90 seconds to go now.
Wow. Franklin may have gotten away with one, who knows, but
Well, Smith took a bizarre turn right
Yeah,
there, and we thought up here that it looked like somebody might have gotten hold of a face mask, but no flags come flying, so
3rd and 10. They need at least 6, I think, right here to give them a good 4th down call. No need to go
Marcel
20.
firing to his right side. Pass is caught, and immediately, can't tell exactly who the receiver is that far away. I think it's
Marcel's pass is complete to number 8.
That's going to be number 8.
Camden Brock.
Yeah, Brock.
On the reception. Under a minute to go now, 52 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 9. Is this 4th down?
This is it, 4th and 6.
So here's your ball game, 4th down. Marcel looking,
He's got a chance to run it.
rolling left this time,
Got a
finds a
chance
little
to run
daylight
it.
on that left side,
Did he get it?
and is tripped up.
Oh,
just before the 20-yard line. May have enough for the first down, depending on where they mark it.
They're waving
and
it
they
off.
will mark it at the 20, and Centennial has the first down. They're in business with 29 seconds remaining.
Well, there's no timeouts for Centennial, so they need to hurry up and spike the ball or get a play off. There's 20
Clock
seconds.
is running.
Yeah.
Don't have a great deal of time here. Marcel looking, firing over the middle. Ball is nearly caught. Ball was tipped, nearly caught. Oh my goodness, this place would have erupted.
Yes, you are exactly right.
10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass.
10 seconds to go.
Ball falls short of the intended receiver, Kevin Townsell. Oh, he wishes he had that one back. What a game this has been.
Yeah. They're going to have to throw it to the end zone.
You've got to throw it to the end zone this time.
Yeah, or
10 seconds remaining.
You got a first down and spike, but there's no way they can go short.
And we have whistles.
A timeout, Franklin.
Rebs call a timeout here.
Timeout, Franklin.
Well, they see hear the parents down in the stands saying, "Put a second back on the clock." One tick off the clock from 10 to 9 seconds, which Paul Breeze could make all the difference in the world.
Oh yeah,
couldn't it?
sure.
And they've got a point. They've got an argument here.
Yeah.
So they go ahead and put the 1 second back on the clock. It's not a heck of an advantage, but it is at least an advantage to put that 1 second back on the clock. Ten seconds remaining in this Battle of Franklin. It's been a wild one here tonight. An absolute wild one.
Who do you got? Who do you got out there? You got to think, is Kevin Townsell number 3 in the game? Yeah, there he is at the bottom of your screen here in the slot position.
Marcel has got to fire it into the end zone this time, and Franklin again will call a timeout.
Wow.
Set
Back to
up.
back.
Another timeout for the Rebels.
So you see the Centennial players taking a knee down there.
Yeah, I think they're trying to calm them down so they can get the play called in. Again, without Matt Kreisky on the sideline, the head coach, who was ejected just, late here in the fourth quarter. But,
Well, I'll be interested to get his story on Monday in the teacher's workroom. Maybe give me a little insight on that one.
Yeah. So a huge.
They march back down on the
Yeah.
field this time. 10 seconds remaining. Here come the Franklin Rebel defense.
And the big 5 up front for Centennial's got to give Marcel time to throw. And Marcel's got to have that internal clock going off in his head. 10 seconds.
Here's the snap. Here's the ball game. Marcel flushed, fires to the end zone. Got his man open. Touchdown, Centennial.
Kevin Townsell.
Kevin Townsell in the corner of the end zone. No flags on the field. 4 seconds remaining. And the Cougars a PAT away from tying this one up.
Wow. That's all I can say. Kevin Townsell, the one guy we just said, he was standing wide open.
Kick is up and away, and it is good. With 4 seconds remaining, we have a tie ball game. 28-28.
Here we go, replay. The guys up front doing a great job blocking. Marcel scrambles a little bit, gives him a little more time to throw. Marcel, he sees Kevin Townsend and Cooper Grills, number 11. The defender on the play, just a tad late. Townsend getting a little love.
Man, Kevin Townsend on the reception ties the game up 28-28. 4 seconds remaining in the ball game. Does Franklin now have the miracle?
Set to kick it away.
Or are we headed to overtime?
Yeah. This would be, if it does go to overtime, Franklin's second overtime reaching game. That's a smart move. Smart move.
So ball sails into the end zone, and this time no return.
That's another touchback for Johnny Crouch.
No time off the clock. So Franklin, with 4 seconds remaining, don't know if they kill it right here or do they go ahead and play for the overtime.
Hey, listen, they've had a couple of bad mistakes, right?
Yep.
The fumble and the interception. Or no, they had 2 fumbles. When quarterback Josh Nichols got sacked, he lost the ball. I'm thinking it's a kneel down and let's head for overtime.
So the Rebs in that formation, and Nichols will go ahead and take the knee and kill the clock, and we've got some free football. So headed to overtime now. Franklin looks seemingly in control, 28-14, but the Centennial Cougars have stormed back in the fourth quarter to tie the ball game, 28-28, and we're headed into an overtime period. There you see this Battle of Franklin. Nobody giving up just yet. High school football, Paul Brees. Well,
Man,
wonders never cease.
Never cease. I mean, this is huge.
Again, the Rebels in dire need of a district win. And they looked like they were going to come in here and sneak out of here with one, but these Centennial Cougars have stormed back to tie the ball game up. Again, Matt Kreisky, Centennial head coach, ejected from the game earlier. And Franklin at that point, looked to have all the momentum in the world.
Yeah.
After Kreisky's ejection.
I mean, it was thanks
like,
for coming. Everybody started packing their things
we were
up.
done.
Yeah.
We were ready to go home. But maybe, just maybe, that was the fire the Centennial Cougars team needed.
Absolutely. Still would like to know how come Franklin got the ball on that.
Exactly.
But at least they can say, without a doubt, that play did not lose the game for them. But still a little bit of justification on the whole thing would be nice. You always got to have that coach down there that gets everybody going.
So only one captain for each squad walks out on the field this time. They'll flip it up again.
At midfield for the Cougars.
And there you see the rebellion on the other side of the field.
He's won the toss.
Rebels win the toss in overtime. This is your second overtime game of the year.
Second overtime.
Second
Franklin overtime.
Second Franklin overtime. Walk us through overtime.
Well, overtime period consists of each possession at the 10-yard line. And, we'll just keep it going from there. I mean, when Franklin went with overtime at Independence, it was a situation where Franklin felt like they couldn't try to keep up and scoring them. Went for 2, failed on that attempt, and now we'll see if both these teams really, scoring. Just the shootout situation of it is not one of their big things, but they have the athletes to now go 10 yards. Alexander Steele, 21 from the 10. Michael Williams, you got to like your chances.
Absolutely. Here are the Cougars. Steele, the ball carrier, looks to break outside and is dragged down inside the 10-yard line. So maybe a pickup of 1.
Alexander Steele on the carry. He's tackled by number 57, Journey Keene.
Journey Keene, nice pursuit right there. Again, the host of Rebels on the tackle did not try to tackle up high on Alexander Steele.
Right.
Second down.
So second down and 9 to go to get to the goal line. This time 3 receivers spread to the right. Steele stays in the backfield, gets the ball, and tries to head to his left, tries to break out of a tackle, but a host of white shirts still trying to take him down. Not one man is going to bring him down. He's a tank, but gets back to the 10-yard line, so that'll bring up third down and 9.
John Kirkpatrick, 42 right there on a nice play. One of the Rebels there on the tackle. Third down. This is where it gets a little dicey for both teams in that long third down conversion.
So you just have a play clock to deal with right now.
Absolutely, and you definitely
down to 9 seconds.
Yeah. Delay a game should not be.
Marcel looking, rolling to his right, firing to his left. This time ball is in there. Again, Townsell off the deflection.
Kevin Townsell, Johnny on the spot.
And the Cougars take the lead. As you take a look at this, some of the Centennial student workers up here with us going crazy.
Oh my goodness. Now,
Kevin Townsell.
Yeah, huge extra point though, Michael Williams. I mean, if you got to focus on anything right now.
So kick up and away, and that is good. Centennial with their first lead of the game since the 7-0.
Yeah,
back in the first quarter.
You got to give credit again. The 5 guys up front, giving Marcel plenty of time. You may have a hold there, but they're not going to call it this late in the game. Marcel threads the needle, going to look.
Ball pops in the air.
Kevin Townsell, what in the world? That
Townsell.
Young man.
Kevin Townsell, have yourself a game, young man.
Yeah. And
nicely done.
Handshakes, the young people are like, oh, Kevin Townsell, I know you. You're the guy that's caught 2 big touchdown passes.
Here are the Rebels now, down 35-28. They've got the ball now in this overtime period. Nichols again to Lipscomb. Lipscomb makes it up to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, this is a situation where Guy Lipscomb, it'll be his turn, if you per se. I mean, Kevin Townsend got his. Now Guy Lipscomb, it's going to be his turn. I think if you're Donnie Webb, you do not try to get fancy right here. It's number 2 all the way.
What a high school football game this has been. They stack that left side now. Send Clemente to the right. This time, Nichols inside, and they'll be stopped a little short of the goal line.
Number 9, Josh Nichols on the keeper. Tackle by number 53, Trevor Anderson.
So the ball spotted at the 2-yard line. Franklin with a couple of chances now to punch it in the end zone.
Now I think John Kirkpatrick is going to replace Guy Lipscomb at the running back spot.
There he is, number 42.
Yeah, 42.
There you see him in the backfield.
Keep your eye on the ball, or on the 42. I think he's going to get the rock. If he doesn't convert here, probably going to be one more time.
They stack it up. They try to sneak it, and there's the scrum.
And
Touchdown, Franklin.
Number 9,
And immediately Ian Burr is going to come out
on the quarterback sneak.
for the extra point.
That's a touchdown for the Rebels.
So the Rebs tie it back up here, or can tie it back up on the field goal, on the PAT rather.
Which Ian Burr has been blocked twice, correct?
Burr has been blocked twice. They were long field goal attempts.
Yep.
But nevertheless, this Centennial line has broken through a time or two and got a hand on the ball. Can they do it again? And straight and true for Burr. So we've got another tie ball game, 35 up. As you take a look at the rugby scrum right here.
And we are tied at 35.
Wow. That's all you can say again is just like, I mean, I'm trying to look up in the sky to see where the full moon is. It's not here.
We had a Friday the 13th full moon.
Yeah, that's gone.
A few weeks ago.
First week of October, you know, the Halloween-ish type.
It's in, we are knocking on the door.
Man, and this is what, you know, on paper coming in, people were talking about playoff atmosphere. Everything's riding on this, and lo and behold, we got it.
We do have it. We got it good tonight. So the Rebs will set up first and goal from the 10-yard line. They just scored. They get the ball back.
Yep.
As Centennial's defense comes back off the field. Again, hope you're joining us tonight on either YouTube live streaming or Facebook live streaming.
You know, we've got 63 people watching right now. So
thank you, 63-person audience right now.
You guys from everywhere. And, you know, here's the overtime situation. We got to redo the flip and everything. I thought it was alternate.
I thought so too.
Oh, well. Let's shake hands one more time.
There you see the Centennial crew.
Man, oh, man.
Having a moment of meditation down there.
Well, now I think we're going to go to the other end of the stadium.
As that hymnal Thunderstruck plays in the background. So we'll head to the other side of the field this time. Why not? Still standing room only tonight. You see folks gathered around the track.
Yeah.
Stands are packed.
And, you know, the way the game was going in the first quarter, I thought we may be out of here before 9 o'clock tonight. Not the case. 9:45, and there's plenty of life in the stadium.
Plenty of life. Here are the Rebels now. First and goal, 3 receivers to Nichols' left. Sends a third to his left. This is Lipscomb again. Finds his way, and he's inside the 5-yard line.
Wow. Guy Lipscomb having the game.
Guy Lipscomb on the carry. Tackled by number 42, Forrest Dangler.
So here comes Kirkpatrick.
Second down for
42.
So there you see him, number 42.
Call him the change of pace back, right?
That's right.
Guy that's going to run you over.
Short yardage big boys. He's got the call and runs into some gray shirts. Does he fall across the goal line?
Oh, the guy down here, the referee
And they
down
give
here
it to him.
Yeah,
That is a touchdown. Franklin.
The referee down here at the Centennial side, he's been holding his hands up for about 10 seconds. And nobody looked at him.
John Kirkpatrick on the
So
carry.
Kirkpatrick again falls across the goal line and gives Franklin
For Franklin.
the go-ahead touchdown. And now, Paul Brees, we have to, nope, I don't guess we have to go for 2, do we?
Number 16, Ian Burr.
So Burr again on for the field goal try. And
Wow.
now, barring anything here, PAT is good. So now, does Centennial have an answer?
The pressure, here we go. Everybody in the house knows what's going to happen. Kirkpatrick just going to lower the shoulder.
Franklin's got some
And
got some
leans
tanks
across.
up front, and
Oh, yeah,
Kirkpatrick
absolutely.
able to lunge across that goal line right there.
That's set up by the guy, Lipscomb, 7-yard run. And now, what does Centennial do? Alexander Steele, Smith, Kevin Townsville. I mean, I will say Smith is the running back has got him. He's been bottled up tonight. The Rebels have done a nice job.
Well, I tell you,
containing him. What do you got?
I'm not sure why they call it the Battle of Franklin. This has been the War of Franklin tonight. 42-35 your score. Centennial again inside, a quick spin move.
Yeah,
And-
Cannon Plowman on the catch. Chet Wilson on the tackle.
Number 7, Cannon Plowman is complete.
So Plowman spun down just shy of the goal line.
Now here comes the John Kirkpatrick for Centennial, right? Alexander Steele, number 21.
Number 21.
Down, Franklin. Centennial.
And they pitch out to Steele. He's got a head of steam, and he runs into some white shirts, dives across the end zone. Touchdown, Centennial.
Wow. And Steele is down.
Steele is slow to get up.
Yeah, or not. Okay.
He's hobbling a little bit.
Yeah. We're going to see right here the touchdown and the timeout for Centennial. Michael Williams, hold on to your hat because I think Centennial is about to go for 2. You better have your best play in the book right here, Coach.
So here you take a look again.
Yeah.
Everybody in the house knew this was coming.
Yep.
Cougar Nation. Don't forget to stop by Bricks.
So Steele on the quick toss. He's going to just
They're located just around the corner.
the stretched out and the touchdown, and then all of a sudden he looked like once he got confirmation that he scored, it was just like, oh my goodness, I can't. Something's wrong.
Nicely done, Lance.
Yeah. So
Good job, guys.
yeah, absolutely, great job, guys in the truck. Here we go. This is where it is all going to be decided. The 2-point opportunity for the win. Michael Williams, are we ready?
42-41. Here is your ball game.
Yeah, and Steele, I believe, is he still in there?
I believe he is. There is number 21,
Yep,
Alexander
okay.
Steele.
And he's not in the backfield. So this is a true pass option right here. And here we go.
Marcel looking, in trouble, fires, knocked away, and that is your ball game. 2-point conversion fails, and the Rebs storm the field.
Final score 42-41.
And Franklin will take this Battle of Franklin 42-41.
Wow.
For the second year in a row.
Yeah.
And a stunned Centennial crowd as they watch the Rebels come out at midfield.
And the season is going to be prolonged for the Rebels. as no love lost between these two teams.
My goodness, what a game. So, there's your final score, 42-41. Franklin comes in and wins their second Battle of Franklin, second year in a row for the WCTV Game of the Week. We enjoyed a wild one tonight. We're back to see these Centennial Cougars again battle Page next week. For Paul Brees and all the great work down in the trunk for the WCTV crew, there you see once again the final score. Franklin wins it 42-41. For Paul Brees and everybody, my name is Michael Williams. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next week.